Hey guys, Zero here. Got another quick unboxing for you. I should have done this a while ago, but I just haven't had the chance. I picked up Fireball Island, the Curse-of-vul-kar, the re-release of the original 1986 game, and recently just had the opportunity to play it with the fam. Pretty interesting game. I actually picked this expansion up the same time I picked up the board game. There are a couple of expansions actually, but this is the one he had at the shop, and I was kind of interested because it added an extra player to the game. And when my family gets together, there's usually 5 of us, so I wanted to add another player option to the game. So I picked it up. It's called The Last Adventurer. Features a Indiana Jones type character. He's pretty cool. It includes the player figure, a giant boulder, plastic idol. It has 9 snake marbles, 5 poison tokens, 29 cards, and the instruction sheet. And it's kind of nice. It gives you more souvenir cards and action cards, things like that, which is what the game movement is based on. So you use the action cards, you move your character around. Recently, like I said, we just played the game, and it was mixed feelings at the table about the game. Some of us were kind of like, okay, cool. I mean, me myself was very nostalgic, to play the game again after so many years. And it felt like the original Fireball Island, just a little bit more involved. There were a little bit more things to do and to pay attention to. But all in all, it felt like Fireball Island. I mean, the marbles were there. You get to knock them down. It's a very friction-based game, so you knock one marble down, it knocks like 2 or 3 other marbles down, and there's all kinds of chaos and stuff. And my son loved it. I mean, he's 10 years old, but he loved the game. So for that age group, it's perfect, right? But some of the adults were kind of like, it's a bit gimmicky, which it is. I mean, it's based on rolling marbles, on a plastic board to knock people down, so it is what it is, right? Here's our souvenir cards and action cards, it looks like, and then there's the actual player card, which is kind of nice. This card is actually pretty cool. It's actually useful. Everybody gets one, and it kind of gives you just basically what to do and how to, or what order you're doing your stuff on your turn. So the actions you take, things like that. It's actually pretty cool. Okay. It's a pretty big box for just this little bit of stuff. I'm not complaining, but it seems like they could have used the space a little better. But it is what it is. That was one of my bigger complaints about the original game. Kind of this too, that these boxes they're cardboard, okay, and just like every other board game out there, but it's really cheap cardboard. It's really flimsy. I mean, I don't foresee that lasting long if you don't take care of it. So you got your instructions here. It's just one sheet, which is kind of nice. I like that. It just adds a little bit to the game. It doesn't change a lot of the things. It doesn't, supersede a lot of the stuff. It's just real quick additions to the game. I'm gonna open this up real quick. I don't want to lose all these marbles, but I'll put them in the box here. That's what I'll do. So here, it's like a soft, squishy memory foam. Not memory foam, but that stress ball stuff. That's the boulder. So you put this in a certain spot, and it'll roll down, just like just like a fireball. Here's The Last Adventurer. He totally looks like Indiana Jones. That's pretty cool. I was originally going to paint these guys, but they're like a soft rubbery plastic, and I just didn't want to get into all that, so I'm going to leave this one alone. I'm not going to, you heard it here first. You know, there's some of my friends, my old school friends out there. Surprise! I'm not painting any of this stuff. It's just going to be, I might paint Vul-Kar. Maybe. Because he's a big old plastic head, and it just makes sense. So here's the golden idol. It's like a snake. Pretty cool. Little gold plastic idol guy. And then here are your pearlescent snake marbles. They're small. They're actually smaller than the original ones. So you get a bunch of these. Is it 9? Yeah. So you get 9 of them. They're like pearl green. It's kind of cool. There's your poison tokens. So if one of those little green balls hits you, it's a snake and it runs around and bites you, and you get poison. And I'm assuming that there's ways to get rid of poison in the deck here. So like I said, it's an interesting game. You know, we gave it a shot. We're going to play it again. Now that we have the 5th player, we're going to play it again and get everybody involved. And just to kind of like really test it out. Again, I'm not putting a lot of stock into it being the greatest game because, again, it was made in the 80s. You know, it was made for fun. It really wasn't like super tactical strategy, tabletop gaming, you know, eldritch horror, you know, type gaming. This is just straight up family night of fun, knocking some marbles down, knocking people down, taking some jewels, and running around the island, which is pretty cool. I'm actually, if we play again and we actually agree that we all like the game, I may pick up the pirate, the red course. The red course, I can't remember what it's called, but it's basically a separate little island with a pirate ship that has cannonballs instead of fireballs, which I thought was really cool and could lend to the dynamic of the game. One of my beefs about the game was the game could go an hour or it could go 15 minutes, depending on what kind of cards you get, the cataclysm cards or whatever. You know, how fast you go through and summon the helicopter. Like, it could happen really quick. We played a couple games and it was like, one was like super fast and we're like, damn, that ended way too quickly. But nonetheless, we're gonna play it again. I'll do a full review video of Fireball Island with all the expansions that I get. I'm thinking about getting the pirate ship because it adds a separate dynamic to the game. And like I said, there are other expansions, but this is the one I wanted because this one added the extra player. And I'm not really keen on the big tiger and the bees and all that. I was like, later for that. But like I said, I might get the pirate ship. So stay tuned and maybe we'll see that coming up soon. But that's my unboxing and slight criticism of Fireball Island, The Last Adventurer. Thanks for watching, guys.